01433, starting your message with the word Devon. BBC Radio Devon.
Yep, the daftest and most unusual things you or someone you know have done for charity. That's what we're talking about this hour. 3 years ago, what about this one? 3 years ago, ill health forced Tony Goldencook to hang up his high-vis jacket after 27 years as a member of the British Association for Intermediate Care, or BASICS, in Devon. Tony now has more time to indulge in another great passion of his, folk dance, music and song. But he still, as a doctor, wants to support his former colleagues. So he's pledged to learn, record and upload a folk song, sea shanty or Morris tune every week for the next 100 weeks, with the aim of raising £1,000. Now, I've been talking to him and finding out how he came up with the idea. Have a listen to this. You'll love Tony.
For 18 years now, I've been a Morris dancer and a bit of a Morris musician, and used to enjoy a pint and a few songs and a few tunes with my brothers and sisters of Morris. And so for a year, we haven't been able to do that. And I started to forget all the songs, really. So I sat down and I started to make a list of the songs that we used to sing. And then I thought, wouldn't it be great if I actually started to record them and put them on the sides, sort of members' Facebook. And then I realised there were about 100, so I thought I could do one a week. And it would only be 2 years, and it seemed like a good idea at the time. And and then I thought, maybe I could get some sponsorship for this. And because until a couple of years ago, when unfortunately due to ill health I had to stop doing it, I was an ambulance doctor for an organisation called BASICS, which is the British Association for Immediate Care. And we're a team of doctors who support the ambulance service and, you know, the amazing paramedics we have in this area by going to scenes of major trauma and critically ill people to basically bring an even higher level of medical care to the roadside or the bedside. And I had to leave them, and I was kind of missing not being part of that team. So I thought maybe I could get sponsorship to do this sort of 100 tunes in 100 weeks. And I was a bit amazed at the response, really. And my initial plan was to raise £1,000, and I thought maybe in the first year people could sponsor me to sing and play, and then in the second year maybe they could sponsor me to stop singing and playing. But I think we've got to stage 2 already because there's so much money has come in. As I say, I was looking at about £1,000 over 2 years, and I think we're already at about the £500 mark after 5 days. So it's going well, and yeah, just hoping it'll carry on going well because it's a good cause. You know, the doctors are all volunteers, give their time obviously for nothing, jump out of bed in the middle of the night to spend 2 hours upside down in an overturned car on a freezing cold roadside, and it's great work that they do, and it's lovely to support the ambulance guys because we're very lucky in this area that we've got fantastic paramedics. So it's a way of combining my two passions, really, the folk music and the ambulance doctoring.
And I gather, you know, you're doing folk songs, you're doing, you know, Morris tunes. Obviously, that goes with your passion for the Morris dancing as well. But also sea shanties. Sea shanties have become extremely fashionable in the last couple of weeks, really, haven't they?
I think they have, haven't they? We've always been singing sea shanties. I quite like them because my granddad was in the Navy way, way, way long ago in the sort of First World War and beyond. And I know he trained on good old square rig training ships. And I kind of imagine him singing sea shanties. And I think they're just great because they're fun, they can be very funny, and they're also great for everybody to join in with the choruses. And they can be a bit bawdy and a bit rowdy. And of course, you know, Morris dancing does have a little bit of tradition of that. I dance with and play with a cycle Dartmoor Border Morris. And we're certainly known for being a fairly noisy side. And we're very lucky because we've got some brilliant musicians and some really good singers and me. Who doesn't fall into either category, really. Well,
I was going to ask, you know, are you a better doctor or singer?
Oh God, I hope doctor. I mean, if I'm not haven't helped my patients, I'd have been in front of the GMC a long time ago, Michael. I think if I was an equivalent doctor as I am singer, it's all for fun though. You know, we have a good time.
Do you know, rather surreally, the last proper night out I had involved Morris dancing because I was in Leicester. And it was the Leicester Beer Festival. I thought, well, if you're in a city, then there's a beer festival going on. Why not pop along? And rather strangely, they have the Leicester Beer Festival in a theatre. and the back of the stage is all opened up, and that's where the bar is. And you sort of sit in the auditorium to drink your pint and have a chat with your friends. And in the front of the stage, there was some Morris dancing going on. So there we are, you see. My last proper night out involved Morris dancing.
Michael, it's impossible to have a proper night out without Morris dancing. This is what people need to realise, There is only one proper night out.
Morris dancing and beer. I mean, maybe the beer first.
We have been known to have a pint or two from time to time. According to government guidelines, of course, strictly, yeah.
Well, yes. Well, so this was last March, beginning of March. I mean, it seems like a lifetime ago now.
It does. I mean, we haven't met since then. And in the summer, when things relaxed a bit, we did a bit of social distance music in each other's back gardens. But it's not quite the same, really. And certainly there's been no dancing because of the close contact and that. So we're missing it. We're all missing it. It'll be good to get back out again.
Well, fingers crossed it will be not too long.
Absolutely.
Let's hope anyway. Tony,
indeed.
Keep up the good work. It sounds like it's great fun. We look forward to following it through our social listening. And we'll
Brilliant, thank you.
Maybe we can even have a listen to one of your tunes as well.
Well, yeah, I'd make sure you had earplugs on first. But yeah, go to basicsdevon.org.uk if you'd like to donate. We'd be very, very grateful.
I love Tony. He's great. That then is Tony Golding Cook, who is, well, primarily doctor, as you heard. As he said, he'd have been up in front of the GMC if his doctoring was the standard of his singing. But he is going to raise lots of money for a very good cause, which is the British Association for Intermediate Care in Devon, Basics Devon. It's a team of volunteer doctors. He wants to raise £1,000. So there you go. A good cause and a great way of raising money for it as well. 0808 100 1034. What bizarre, weird, daft stunts have you